Hey guys, this is Rocking3 bringing another live commentary for Forza 5. And today I'm going to be bringing you a new series, the first video in a new series. And if you guys watched my announcement videos, I am changing my parts and tune videos to kind of combine it with top 100 leaderboard cars. So I'm going to be starting down in the D class here with this Mini Cooper and just warming up the tires here. This is the Top Gear test track, and to be honest, I've never really run this track, so I'm not very familiar with it. So bear with me as I drive horribly. This is my top 100 Mini Cooper S, and on the track I did put the person that's in 100th on the leaderboard on there, so I can check my time against him. These tires heated up still. My rear tires are still cold. I do have the 6-speed transmission in here, which I think is very helpful with the Mini. I get the pretty decent speeds over here for that test track, that is. Tires are still cold. We'll make a little run here. Got a little bad start there, but you'll see that the Mini Cooper's a little bit faster. And just so you guys are aware, I do not use drag tires. This will be the race compound tires. I just don't believe in using the race compound or the drag compound tires. I know a lot of these times are set with those tires, but mine will not have that. I just dirtied it up. Man, I dirtied it up again. Alright, well I'm going to take 2 full laps here, just so you guys can see how it runs against this top 100 Mini. Unfortunately, I'm not running it very well, so I may not beat him here in a couple laps. But you will find this car really easy to drive and really fast. You'll be able to take it to many tracks, the Vina Seca, Catalunya School, a lot of the small tracks, a lot of the Mini Cooper dominated tracks, and do very well out there. And of course you can take it just in the multiplayer hoppers too. But this series is going to be, basically I'm going to be taking 3 different cars from each class and providing you with a short track car, a long track car, and what I call momentum tracks, kind of like an Alps track. Gets momentum tracks going. So there's kind of, for me, there's like pretty much 3 different type of builds I would probably use for those different type of tracks. The 4th one being, of course, the really long tracks, which I do not plan on doing any of those in the lower class. I might do one of those later for the Le Mans series, but I think I just dirtied it. Oh, I didn't dirty it. I thought I dirtied it. I was so bummed that I thought I was going to dirty it that I completely botched that turn. Like I said, I'm not very good with this track still. I haven't really raced it much. But trust me, this car is definitely a top 100 car. It works really well. I have a few top 100s with it. Maybe had might be a better. I haven't raced in D class for a really long time, so a lot of people have pushed me down the leaderboards. But this was a really good top 100 car for quite a long time. I made a few adjustments to it, because you obviously learn more as you go along in the game and tune a little bit more. So I'll call this my mini version 2.0. Alright, I promise this will be my last lap. I just had to do something that was reasonably decent, because because I hadn't even done one yet. Oh, they just dirty. I just don't. I need to learn these lines a little bit better. Leave this in 5th gear this time. Until it tops out. As you see, we would have beat it there, but I did not get a clean lap, so we'll call that good. Definitely a top 100 car. I'll meet you guys over in the parts bin. Alright, and we're back. I just wanted to skip those load screens so you guys didn't have to put up with that. Alright, let's go through the parts and tune here. We're going down to the engine swap first. It's stock. The drivetrain is still front wheel drive, so that is stock. No aspiration changes on this particular car. We have the race intake, we have the race manifold and throttle body, we have the sport carburetor, we have the race ignition, we have the race exhaust, we have the stock cam, and we have the race valves. We have the stock engine block, stock pistons and compression, and we have the race oil and cooling. I think that was just to get some horsepower. I know we lost some handling, I believe, out of that. Stock flywheel, but I think it still turned out pretty good. We have the race brakes. I love those wheels, by the way. We have the race springs and dampers. We have the race front and rear anti-roll bars. We have no cage, so we got a complete stock chassis here. Looks like every numbers go up there. Probably just ran out of PI. We did the full race reduction, trying to get that acceleration number high. We have the street clutch. Surprising surprise. Didn't think I had that. We have the race transmission. This would be one thing if you guys wanted to reduce the transmission and go back down to the stock one. You guys get 4 PI back there. You could probably add a little bit more horsepower, or maybe find, maybe put the roll cage in there to get a little bit more handling, but it will add a little bit of weight. We have the race drive line, and we have the race differential. I would say that'd be the kind of the area where you could change out parts, though, what I just mentioned. We have the sport tire compound, and we have the upgraded front tire width, and we have the full rear tire upgraded tire width. We got some monster tires on this thing. I have the Momo 10-S wheels. I'm not sure what the weight of that is. Looks like it's not a real light wheel. Looks like it's kind of middle of the road, but I think they're pretty cool looking too. On the rim size, we have the R14s on the front, and I'm guessing I'll have the R14s in the rear because I usually do them the same, and we do. I get really good response out of that. And I have the front Forza wing and the rear Forza wing. And that is it around the parts. Tire pressures, we get 26.5, 26.5. Just keep working my way down. As you guys watch my videos throughout, they keep dropping. The gears I have at 394, but you want to set that up for the track which you were racing on. I probably didn't have that quite right. I just don't race that track a lot, and I didn't move it. It was probably pretty close, but I did not make any adjustments for that particular track. Camber, I have negative 2.5 and negative 2.0. Toes at 0.0. Front casters at 6.5. Anti-roll bars are set to understeer a little bit. We got 20.29 in the front and 14.96 in the rear. And we have kind of the opposite with the springs. This is to make sure it doesn't oversteer, and this is to make sure that it does dive in a little bit. We have 214.4 in the front, 287.1 in the rear. Ride height, I think I just left that default 4.4 and 4.4. Rebound, we have 10.5 in the front, 9.4 in the rear, and bump stiffness we have 3.8 and 2.7. Nice and soft. For this track, I did make the adjustment on the arrow. You can change this depending on the track that you're on. It will make a difference of a few miles an hour. I did make full cornering downforce for that test track. Braking force, this is pretty standard for me. It's a little bit lower. I don't know if the weight differential is a little bit different or if it's just a lighter vehicle, so I evened it out to 51% on the balance, and I'm at 140 on the braking force. And I have 19% on acceleration and 5% on deceleration. There's probably a little bit of work to do there if you have a preference to make a change. One thing I notice is with the shorter gears, with the 6-speed, and I needed to shift in a turn, that if I did shift in the turn, it kind of kept going the wrong direction. I wanted to turn in and it was kind of moving its way out. So that may be an acceleration number that you want to change, not deceleration but acceleration. You could try that maybe a little bit lower and see if it'd make a difference. I didn't play with it that far. Overall, the car is really, really good. This will give you a really good base for a top 100 car. You know, change it to your driving style and do what you do best. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. This has been my first top 100 leaderboard car in the parts and tune area. Thanks, guys. Later.